game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Steelers at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And quite frankly, there wasn't a whole lot to draw on in the loss last week because they were dominating every phase of the game. You've got to hope that they show a little more life in this one because they certainly didn't have it in their last outing.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know.
And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll run again with Harris. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 45 yards on the ground for him so far.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Setting up the screen, Harris. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly...
Last carry, here's 2nd and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second and 2. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Hands it off out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Herbert now. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Donald Parham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It's brought in by Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On play action, Fields nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Back to throw. Fields looking deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Up the middle with Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are able to move back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. After the sack on 1st down, Fields buying time to his left. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is fielded at the 27. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Herbert's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 9. Again, Herbert trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now here's another carry for Harris. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Let's take it inside his own 40. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific, because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
From the 27, Herbert. Man open, here is Jones. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The end result, 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Second and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Going up top. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, Brandon, there's no question we're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run again with Harris. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 75 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The ball carried by the wide receiver. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. He'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
It's Eckler again. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Here's Fields. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Once more, here's Eckler. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On the give, this is Eckler. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Only a 1-yard gain, but good enough to just about finish this one off.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Chargers.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator. Something that